If you have any questions or concerns about this week's episode, please call or text producer Dan at 778-288-9255. Start the party, Dan! Time to turn it up, we're getting crazy, going wild, talking nasty stuff. Dude scrolling outside, butt up, fire, boom, roast, bad post, sticking up the replies. We don't want to go to school, we don't want to get a job, we just want to get online and get our hands blocked. We don't follow the rules, we do whatever we want. It's Block Party, a podcast like we're doing a duck. Block Party, Block Party, Block Party, my missus are fun. Block Party, Block Party, Block Party, I quote tweeted a duck. Hello, friends, idiots, and friends who are also idiots. Welcome to your favorite podcast about social media and rejection. This is episode number 289. I am John.
I'm Stefan.
And with us is a great guest, returning guest to the program. He is a very funny comedian. Rory Dunn is here. Hi, Rory.
Hello, Rory.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're
Pretty good. Not bad.
Yeah,
Not
I think we're pretty good. I
John,
guess.
you do not sound it.
Well, I'm a little hot. I'm a little
Okay.
hot under the collar.
Yeah.
Because
You go jack off in the toilet then.
Okay, that's not the type of heat I am in, Dan. We had a little bit of a guest no show, so that always disrupts my flow as a planner. But Rory, you were so kind as to
Thank
be
you, Rory.
available on late notice. You even said it kind of worked out well. It was only a few days ago. You're like, if you ever need a last minute guest, I'm ready to rock. And I was like, well, we probably won't, but thank you. We'll have you on and we'll give you plenty of notice. And then I was like, hey, do you want to do an episode in 10 minutes?
Yeah, I have nothing happening in my life at any given point in time, so
It's the ideal
great
block
for me.
party guest. That's exactly what we're looking for in a guest. So that's
Yeah.
perfect.
It's
Yeah.
kind of a valuable asset. I said this to Becca, I said, it's a valuable asset as a comedian to be available at any time and also to have a car. Those are kind of like the two, if you have a car, then that can get you some road work because a lot of headliners don't have cars. And if you're available at any moment, then you can guest on a pod.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. Well,
I've had conversations with multiple people in the last week being like, oh, somebody messaged me and I didn't reply within 10 minutes, so I lost out on $200. I'm just like, yeah, but you gotta be on it.
absolutely. Yeah.
Gotta be on top of it.
I guess I didn't really consider comedians like not having cars. And maybe I'm just thinking of comedians in cars getting coffee. But John, you have a car, but you don't like coffee. It's very interesting. So you would never do the show, I guess.
I couldn't do the show. I guess Seinfeld asked, I would have to say, sorry, bud.
Say no. Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah.
Don't want to have a coffee. Can't do it. Has he ever? I mean, obviously, I've never watched it, but has he ever had anyone on that has just not had a coffee?
Well, he had Norm Macdonald on, who I don't think knew how to drive. So he drove, but he just drove him around. That was the solution.
Oh, or is it that the other person drives? I thought Seinfeld.
No, I think maybe he does drive.
Always
He
driving,
drives because it's all like his nice cars, I guess. So yeah, that's true. He does drive all of them anyway.
Yeah,
but,
I was gonna say they're all Jerry. All the other comedians don't have cars, Stefan. That's why it's Jerry has to drive them everywhere.
So
That makes
Seinfeld
sense.
picks them up. They don't have driver's licenses or cars.
Right. Okay.
Some of the most famous comedians in the world. I still just can't afford a car. I'd love to have one day.
Of
but,
course. Yeah.
My problem. Well, not problem, but I have a car, but I never wanted to go on the road. So it wasn't.
Did you ever consider yourself to be something of a road dog, John, or no?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, hate the road.
Yeah.
And, well, because the problem always, especially when I was starting out, which is when you obviously there are road dogs that are headliners as well. But when you're starting out, tends to be like, when you go on the road a little more.
Right.
Or like, a headliner says, hey, do you want to come on the road with me or things of that nature? But the problem would be that the pay was really bad.
Yeah.
And I had a real job.
Right.
So that was always the issue. It was like, hey, do you want to drive 8 hours across the mountains in the wintertime to do these 4 shows for $500? Or do you want to just stay at home and make double that teaching those days instead? So it's like tough choice for me.
Yeah.
But I think I'll stay at home. I think, I think I'll just chill out.
Yeah. I think that's reasonable. I do want to say I want to get your opinion. I'll get everyone's opinion on this. Maybe not Dan's. I mean, I value your
The
opinion.
fuck does that mean?
Well, it's about like a sparkling water. I think you're just not
I
gonna
drink those.
When's the last time you had a sparkling water?
Last night I had a aha.
What?
Yeah.
Like you have them at your place?
No, I stole it from my dad's.
Okay. What was the flavor?
That's what Dan. He goes, aha, water. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
What?
Lime and watermelon.
That's a good flavor. I like
that.
That
Does
one.
sound actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But I've got a lychee sparkling
Perrier?
water, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty
Look
good.
at you fancy ass bitch.
Well, I wanted to try out a new sparkling water.
Why did you say lychee like you say Green Day?
Yeah, that was fucked up.
I realized as I said
lychee.
Yeah, I said it wrong, but it's pretty good. I mean, I never thought I would try lychee sparkling water, but I'm
I like
enjoying
that you
it.
tried to say it more normal.
I know, and it still fucked it up.
It still sounded fucked
I know.
up, dude.
Would you guys try this though? Do you think, or
I would give it a try. I'm not a sparkling water guy.
Really?
It just tastes like bad water. I'm just like, I could just have water, and I like that.
right?
But
Okay.
Rory, you're a sober guy, so what do you drink then if you don't drink sparkling water?
I just drink water. Like I'm a big
Oh my
water
God.
guy.
Wow.
I drink a lot of milk. I'm a
What?
big milk
What?
boy.
What?
Well, here's the thing. I've recently got into like Strongman and lifting lots of weights and stuff. I know you guys have been like, oh, it looks so fucking huge on screen. So, chocolate milk is actually like a really good thing to drink after a workout. It's so high in protein. So I've been drinking like 2 liters of chocolate milk a week, usually 2 to 4
Oh my
liters.
God.
Whoa.
Wow. I guess chocolate milk is a little different. Yeah,
That's not a lie, because I don't know if this was true in America, but in Canada there was like this series of ads for a while, where it would show guys like playing basketball and then like drinking chocolate milk right after, and it was like chocolate milk is a great post workout, and I'm like, if I'm fucking playing basketball, I absolutely do not think to myself, you know what would really quench my thirst right now? A big old bottle of chocolate milk. But what you're saying, Rory, is that, and I just kind of thought, not only does it not have like a quench factor,
it's like
but
bad
also
actively.
Yeah, you would think like I thought that was just kind of a lie they made up to be like, yeah, this is actually good for post-workout stuff. But you're saying it's not a lie.
It's not a lie. It depends on what you're aiming for, of course, in your workout. But if it's like a really good way to restore proteins into your body, you want to have something high sugar afterwards so that you're able to just keep your energy up after a post-workout. And then I mix it with whey protein so that also gets a bit more protein into it.
Wow.
Damn,
okay.
dude.
See,
you're like bulking.
I was picturing just regular milk. Chocolate milk, I think, is on a different level. I was picturing you just chugging like just straight like 2% like regular milk. Do you do that?
I do
also,
that too.
though? Okay.
Oh, I love.
Okay.
I love milk. I'm a big milk boy.
Wow.
Because I don't know. Again, it's not like a quenching thing. It's just like I'm thirsty, but I don't want water. I'll usually go for milk. But I also have energy drinks fairly often. So
energy.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's an interesting. So the big 3 drinks in your life are water, milk, and like Red Bull.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow, that's an
interesting
chaotic.
combo.
That is chaotic, I'll say. I don't know, I don't know, Stefan, if you followed this. Rory, I don't know how big of a hockey guy you are, but even if you are a hockey guy, maybe you don't follow the Leafs, but the Toronto Maple Leafs had a player that they acquired this year named Simone Benoit. And it kind of came out in an interview that he liked to drink milk, and that like all the other guys in the Leafs make fun of him, make fun of him for being a milk boy. Right. And then they really leaned into it, and they did this like social media content where they had him try different types of milks and see if he could identify the percentage of fat in the milks by taste and like stuff like that. And it was like very funny. Pardon?
I could 100% do that.
Wow.
Or do you mean you could 3.25% do that?
Yes.
But yes, it is. But it was just like very funny that, there was this really not famous athlete, but like a top level athlete that was just like, yeah, I love to crush milk. And it was funny because a lot of people were like, I cannot remember the last time I had a glass of milk. And that is me too. I genuinely cannot remember the last time I had a glass of milk.
No, me neither. And chocolate milk, probably have had chocolate milk like once in the past 5 years, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I used to have it with dinner when I was like in my like teens, early 20s kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's been a long time since I've reached for a
maybe
milk.
it's time to bring it back. I mean, I'm trying to think. So Rory, your big three: water, milk, Red Bull. Is it Red Bull or is it Monster?
It's usually
or
Monster or Rain Energy, just any of the zero sugar ones.
Okay.
Red Bull, I used to be able to. I drank it too much in my early 20s. I don't like it as much, but yeah.
All right. I'm trying to think of what this is not us doing a top three, although it kind of is, but
the big three.
The big three.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is different
beverages.
from the top three.
Yeah.
The big three is different from the top three. I would say mine would be, I think it's water. I've been drinking a lot more water.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's water, sparkling water, and like non-alcoholic beer at this point.
It's the worst big three I've ever heard in my life.
That's fine. That's okay. Well, Dan, what's yours?
I don't want to say what mine is.
Okay, come on.
Well, I know what I bet I could guess Dan's big
You
three.
probably could, yeah.
Yeah, Dan's big three is
Other people's spits.
blood.
I have been consuming a lot of blood lately.
Wow. Okay.
I would say Dan's big three is beer, Coke,
and Monster.
energy drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's right. I've been going for the Diet Coke more lately.
Okay,
that's good.
That's fair.
You know what? Diet Coke might be. And coffee's on mine too. Actually, now.
Yeah, I would say coffee is probably.
Oh yeah,
I drink more coffee
in
than
there.
beer.
Are you a coffee guy, Rory?
No, not at all.
Yeah, me neither.
Wow.
I recently just stopped working a job that I had to start at 6 in the morning, and I would have coffee for that because I'd be up at 6 and then up at 5, and then I'd be out till 10 or 11 doing comedy, and it was very long days, so I'd have coffee then. But other than that, no. I'll have mochas. I'll have ice mochas, but that doesn't fucking count.
No, that's more of like a dessert drink. That's like a sweet drink. I do. Yeah, coffee is in my top three. Honestly, it's probably. You know what? I'm probably bumping water off the list, to be honest, and going with sparkling water, non-alcoholic beer, and coffee. I think are my big three. Water, a close fourth.
Yeah.
John, I feel like yours is going to be some order of sparkling water, kombucha, and then the third one, it might just be water.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my big three for sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Water, sparkling water, kombucha. Obviously, I will mix in a pop.
That was going to be fourth, I think, for me. If
I'll mix in a pop, but it's not pop. I don't have a ton, and if I do have a pop now, it's more a Zevia. I'm going for like a
Those
Zevia
are good.
pop. They are good.
Those are really good. Yeah.
And I'll still don't get me wrong. I'll have a pop, sure. Especially McDonald's Coke,
a fountain drink is so nice.
Fountain Coke, I'll slam one of those every now and again. But yeah, I would say it's definitely, those are easily my top three. And Rory, I want to get back to the milk thing because I do think it is still important to unpack this a little more. Now, is this? No, I just am curious because you're talking about you're in bulking season, whatever. Is that what brought milk back, or have you always it's been milk since childhood?
Always milk.
Okay.
I didn't have it as much before, but now it's I'm spending hundreds of dollars on milk a month.
I guess milk prices have gone up probably like everything else. So,
the milk I buy, it's a specially high protein milk, and it's $7 for 2 liters, and it's
wow, it's a protein infused milk or whatever.
Yeah.
It comes from the most muscular cows. Now let's go back again to the strongman thing. So you actually want to compete in strongman competitions or something, or what is this?
So I'm planning on doing a strongman competition in July here in Vancouver.
Okay.
It's just something that I've kind of wanted to do because I've always been a guy who I like working out, but it's always one of those things where if you work out without a goal in mind, you're just kind of spinning your wheels. So I figured if I focus in on and have like a goal specifically, I'll probably get better at it. And I definitely have. And people actually have been noticing, being like, oh, you're looking bigger. And I need that. I need that so badly.
All right.
Well, let's see. Can you stand up? Can we see, like, I haven't seen you in a bit, but okay, yeah, you are looking.
Wow.
Yeah,
God
you're looking
damn.
bigger for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're looking bigger.
No, I'm very happy with. I get guys at comedy shows. I make them feel my forearms sometimes.
Wow. Okay.
Hell yeah.
You are jacking off incredibly tough.
Yeah, I've been
right
jacking so many people off to get these forearms. It's
So when you do, because obviously I think when we think of like strongman competition, we think of like the shit that was on ESPN,
The
where it's like
lumberjack
these,
competition
these,
almost.
where it's like these Icelandic guys lifting like big stones and
or
pulling
tires.
tractor trailers and shit like
The
that.
tire flipping, I love.
The tire
That's
flipping,
the one I love.
So like when you do one in Vancouver, does it look like that, or is it like you're just lifting weights?
Wow.
It will be very similar to that. There's some things, depending on the competition, that will be in it and will not be in it.
Yeah.
Atlas stones will almost guarantee be in it, which is the one where they just lift the big round stones onto the pillars. That's probably the most famous strongman.
Yes.
One.
Sure.
Strongman. They'll do the car pull where you're just pulling a big car. They'll do the car lift where you're just lifting a car. They'll do the tire flip. Yeah, it all depends on the different what is available and how big the competition is. But
right. Yeah, because that's what I was figuring. If it was like a local competition, they wouldn't necessarily be able to acquire some of the items that they made lift.
Well, a big thing is that he didn't win this year, but the former world's strongest man, the man who won last year, he's from Victoria. I think he's kind of bringing the sport a bit more into mainstream here in BC in general.
I see. So is he going to be there and like whoop your ass, or what's the?
No, because this competition would be like very local. It's like Vancouver's strongest man,
right?
And so it's probably too small fry for him, kind of thing.
I see. And do you think you have a chance of doing well in this, or is this just kind of like it's my first try? I'm just going to do it for fun.
I will do terribly. I will be. Okay. It will be embarrassing if I'm not going to actually tell any people the day that's happening because I don't want people to come and see it. It's more of just something that I actually did this thing. Don't ask me how it went. I just did it, kind of thing.
Okay, well, that's cool though. Yeah, and it's your first try. You come back next year, do better. You know.
I'm thinking Stefan.
Exactly, yeah.
You should probably do it too.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Rory should like lift me.
Or that. I mean, either or.
It'd be very easy, I think. Yeah. That would be. I think Dan could lift me. Yeah. I was gonna say.
I know that like in Europe there is the sport of like wife carry.
Oh, that's true.
Like an official thing. I feel like Finland is maybe the place where that originated.
It sounds right. Yeah. I always love when they show those like the weird sports highlights from around the world. The one that always gets to me and is like extremely dangerous apparently is the cheese roll, where they're chasing the cheese down the hill, and people like
crazy.
It looks nuts because it's a really steep hill and you're running down it at full speed with other people. And I think there's just like so many broken bones.
Oh yeah,
because you're like slamming into the ground, you're slamming into other people. But that also feels like
the cheese roll.
Yeah,
you would just do it. You just start rolling. You would just do the barrel roll along. Because if you start off running, you're going to hurt yourself. You got to roll to begin with.
Yeah, that might be the right idea. I was wondering what the strategy would be, because that also seems like one where the barrier to entry is like pretty low. You just need to be able to
I think
fall
you
down
sign
a hill.
Up.
Yeah. So like I feel like we could all sign up for that, no problem.
You're sort of distracting from what I think you should do, which is the strongman competition.
Oh man, I mean that would just be. I literally don't think they would allow me to enter. Like I think they would look at me.
Oh yeah, like, Rory, do you have to like prove that you can do some of the stuff?
You have to pre-qualify. Yes.
Okay. So you have pre-qualified.
I have pre-qualified. Yes.
Okay. I mean that's an accomplishment
so that
right
is
there.
An accomplishment right there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What was the pre-qualifying? Like what did it consist of?
It's pretty small. It's only a 400-pound lift. Which,
only.
And
Stefan, you can do that, no problem.
No problem. Yeah, of course.
Well, 400 pounds for my body weight, which is 235 right now. So basically, it's kind of like a little less than half your body weight. Sorry, a little less than 2 times your body weight is what
Okay.
they're looking for.
Okay, so I could
for
lift
Stefan,
50
it would
pounds.
be-
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Stefan, when you moved this weekend, you actually
Oh, I
pre-qualified.
qualified. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I put together a bookshelf yesterday and I felt pretty strong lifting up the bookshelf. So, okay. Not bad.
Oh, that
All right.
rules, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay. So when you pre-qualify, do you just like send them a tape or something, or do they come and actually watch you lift the thing? Like
I just sent them a tape. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you
Okay.
could have faked it.
Yeah.
It could have been like a styrofoam, like a cartoon barbell that says like 1,000 pounds on it. And you're just going like,
Yeah, I
Wow.
mean, I feel like that would be a lot of effort to enter a competition just to be humiliated.
Yeah. That's a good point. I'm not sure. Yeah. What would the end game be there, I guess? But okay.
to meet all the hotties that are hanging out at Vancouver's
That's
Strongest
true.
Man or whatever.
That's a good point. That's true.
Yeah.
That is
Show
true.
up in one of those fake like Halloween costume bodybuilder outfits and try and lift everything.
I
Maybe-
feel like
maybe I'll do
if
that,
you
yeah.
if you could get like really good at it, I feel like you would be a very iconic World's Strongest Man type, because I think like I remember watching it, when it was on TSN as a kid, and you were always drawn to the guys who had like a distinctive or a unique look, right? And you definitely have
Mhm.
that, you've got the puffy curly hair, the mustache. Like I feel like if you could get onto that scene, you would immediately
You would
be
have
a
some
very
fans.
beloved character. I
Yes,
feel like.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, I will say I'm only 5'7", which is short for a strong man.
But I think that would
Strongest
work in
man
your
in the world.
favor, I think, in terms of getting the fans on your side,
True, but it doesn't work in my favor in lifting things that are very heavy.
Right. Yeah. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess especially like the one where you have to put the stones on the pillars. Like
Yeah.
probably the last
Mhm.
pillars are just like hard for you to reach.
Well, they're all the same. Those are all the same height. It's just that weight of the stones that increases. over time.
Oh, because didn't it used to be that the
I
pillars were
swear
different heights?
it got higher on but maybe I'm misremembering ESPN2 or whatever.
It might have changed. It might have changed because I feel like I watched it recently and it was just all the same height. But I'm also
You know what? It's
Maybe
probably
you
some
could be right.
woke millennial came up with that idea to make it easier
Yeah.
for people.
Yeah.
That's my.
This
It's
is-
actually very
Equal.
rude to the smallest pillar.
Yep.
It kind of makes it feel inadequate, and that is not very woke.
Oh man,
they should get smaller as they go along.
that would be great. That would be good. I'm trying to remember what the other. So there's like the car pole or the truck pole. There's the tire flip, which I love. Isn't there something with like
Mhm.
big like a big like rope that they're like was
Well,
was
that's
that
the truck pole.
Is that the
'cause
truck
you're,
pole?
You're
Okay.
using the rope
Yeah,
to
that's
pull the
okay.
truck.
okay?
There wasn't
Or,
there like
or
there's a
airplane
long
pull, depending on the competition.
oh airplane.
Wow,
Yes.
holy shit. Okay.
Yes. And
Yeah.
then wasn't there was like a distance carry as well, I feel like, right? Where it was just like everybody carried the same weight and you had to walk as far as you could with the weight.
Yeah, that's the farmer's carry where you have basically it's like if you were carrying groceries but that were about 400 pounds in each arm, and you carry
Okay.
those, and then you have to carry them a certain distance in a certain amount of time, and the fastest wins.
Right. Okay.
and
That's
then you
that's
have-
when it's over your shoulders, right? You're kind of carrying the
No,
two-
no, that's just the over the shoulders one. That's I can't remember the proper name for it, but it's basically like a keg carry where you'll throw a big keg on your shoulder, carry it over, and then you do like 4 or 5 different kegs of increasing weights for like you carry them 20 meters, run back, grab another one, 20 meters.
Right.
Uh,
okay.
My favorite one is the Hercules hold, which is basically like these 2 pillars that are, and the ropes are attached to the very top of them, and it's just you hold them as they're pulling you apart
Yes.
for
yes.
as long as possible. And like the world, like, and it's only like 35 seconds or something like that is the world record for holding
Holy
it.
shit.
Yeah, so
I'm-
I'm looking now. We've got so yeah,
Are
we
you
have
are you on worldstrongestman.com
I am.
/events?
I
Dan,
am.
this is really something. Dan, if
Yeah.
you want to bring this up, I'll post the link here.
Yeah, so we do so the Atlas stones is correct. The
Yeah.
pillars are all the same height. So
Yeah.
maybe we're misremembering that, or maybe it's changed. Then yes, then we have the arm over arm pull, which is where it's got the rope and you're doing the ding da ding da ding.
The car walk looks crazy.
Yes, the car walk where you stand in like a VW Beetle.
Yeah.
And that's the one where I think, Rory, you just go as far as I think it's as far as you can. I don't know if it's speed.
Yeah, that's as far as you can. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then, because I'm looking at that now. No, it says run it down the 25-meter course. So I guess it is speed. Because I remember some of them, they have to stop.
Yeah.
Right. Like some of them can't handle the weight of the car and they stop halfway down and then they pick it back up. Then you've got deadlift. Oh yeah, farmer's walk. Okay, I do remember that.
Those are the big like logs, right? That they're carrying. Yeah.
What the fuck is Fingal's fingers? I feel like I don't. Are they
lifting?
That.
Are they lifting up a big metal pole? It looks like. And like standing it up, maybe.
Basically start on one end and you lift it up and you carry it all the way over. You flip it and then you go to a heavier one.
Oh
so it's kind of like if a tree had fallen, you start at the end of the tree and you lift it all the way up and then you push it over.
Oh damn. Okay, that's fucking cool.
Fridge walk. They don't have a picture for, but I guess that's just holding a fridge.
I think it's a fridge. Yeah, fridge is on your back. Maybe. Yes. There we go. God. Fridge is on your back. Yeah. Put it on your back. Oh, geez. This guy. I mean, this is some fuck.
Look at like the frame around him. Like that looks insane.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Fridge walk. And it's like an industrial.
Yeah, I don't know if you could carry the frame, Stefan.
No, probably not.
No,
I mean, oh my god. And then this is interesting to me, the Giants medley.
Okay.
This is like and it shows a guy holding 2 motorcycles at once. So I don't know if that's
anvils, anchors, and chains are carried over a fixed distance. They compete 5 at a time. You carry 2 anvils first before dragging an anchor over the same distance, attaching a chain to it and dragging it back to the starting point.
God, that is some of these are just absolutely insane. Oh, I'm skipping ahead. We're gonna keep going through all these, I guess. But the Titans turntable, I forgot about, where you're like turning the train on the actual turntable.
That is so cool.
That one is wild.
Yeah, that one rocks.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's so cool.
Who invented any of these?
I don't know.
So I really want to know that.
I got to start watching this again. That is so good.
Yeah, there you go. Vehicle pull. Yeah. Oh, the toss. Yes, of course, where they toss the super heavy, the keg toss.
Yeah.
Yes. And you throw it. That's right. You have to throw it over a wall, and then they like do it behind themselves. And then if they miss, they got to like get out of the way to not get hit by the keg that falls back on their head.
Holy shit.
Oh man.
Oh, this is really good.
Like 50-kilogram kegs. They're just tossing. I think it's like 25 feet in the air.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I remember loving the keg toss. That's cool.
I remember this. It was Strongman, and then it was World's Strongest Man, and then it was like the Lumberjack Challenge. It was always on TSN during the day.
Yeah, the Lumberjack Challenge I never liked.
Not as good, but there was still some interesting stuff when they're like cutting the log with the chainsaw like super fast. It did get pretty crazy. But World's Strongest Man, clearly better.
They would do the Firefighter one, which that was like, come on.
Now what's that? Are they doing kind of firefighter based events?
So it was like one where it was like you would have to carry like a dummy as far as you like the fireman's carry. It's like
just a worse version of the World's Strongest Man.
It was like you pulled someone out of a fire, and then it was like how far could you carry them? They had one that I don't even remember what it was, but it was like they built like a fake house, and then you would have to like try to go up the stairs as fast as possible. It was like ascending the house as fast as you can or whatever. Then there was like ladder ones, like climbing the ladder as fast as you can. And like,
sucks.
it's like a whole, it was really fucking
that's
stupid.
lower than the Lumberjack one. I feel like that's not
definitely
a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, okay. And I'm also learning. So I know that I also knew that there is like the World Firefighter Games, which is where firefighters just compete.
They're just playing sporte though in those, right?
Yes, they're just playing sports. But then I'm also learning from this, from the Wikipedia that one of the events is poker.
What?
That just really feels like you're feeding into a stereotype there.
Oh my God.
I'm going to go to the World Firefighter Games. Oh, cool. Like in what? Poker. I'm going for poker. Actually.
That's so funny.
Okay, yeah. So they also have the toughest firefighter alive, which happens at the World Firefighter Games.
Okay.
And you carry it out in full firefighting kit, and it tests competitors in a number of firefighting specific disciplines. So you have the hose run, which is where you have to carry a breathing apparatus set, and then you've got to run as fast as you can. I think it's like unfurling the hose, basically. Like you're carrying the
John
hose
knows
and
all
running.
about making the hose run. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying, Dan.
I don't get it.
I get what you're saying, Dan.
Then they have an obstacle course. Competitors are required to carry various pieces of equipment while negotiating tunnels and walls. Then you have the tower. I think this is the one I'm thinking of.
The climbing one.
Competitors are required to handle and pitch ladders and to carry firefighting equipment up ropes.
Okay.
And then you have the stair climb. Competitors are required to climb to the top of a tower, the height of which can vary depending on the country, but is normally 100 to 200 meters high.
All right.
Oh,
I feel like I'd watch some of those, but
Like,
I don't know. I'd watch the poker one for sure.
I wouldn't
That one sounds
watch.
great.
I don't know if I'd watch any of it, but it's still impressive. Like, I still couldn't do any of that, even the poker. So
yeah.
What if there was a milk chugging one? Actually, that's what I want to ask you. Like with milk, obviously there's like, is it the 2-liter challenge or whatever?
4
4-liter where you're supposed to, yeah. Do you think you could, it's like not possible to do.
It's not
without
possible
puking,
to
right?
do
It's
it.
like literally just not possible.
yeah,
I think you guys should try it.
I could try.
You could, yeah. But like, do you have any confidence, or is it literally just like, it like literally is just not, like no one's stomach is big enough, right? To handle that much.
Correct. Because I think it's in an hour. You have to drink it in an hour.
You only have
Okay.
3 liters of room in your stomach.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
I'm
well,
pretty sure.
that makes sense. Okay.
I just know that I had a buddy growing up.
2 liters of chocolate milk for you right now, if you want.
No, don't do that.
Sure. Yeah.
No, Steph, don't. No, don't do that. I had a buddy growing up who was like not a competitive eater, but was like one of those guys that anytime a restaurant had like any kind of eating thing, he
Like
would
a
go do
challenge.
it, like a
Yeah.
challenge.
Okay.
And he was very good. Like he would beat most of the challenges.
Yeah.
And I think the worst one ever was that I knew that he did was Vera's on you remember there used to be a Vera's Burger Shack on Kitts Beach?
Yes.
Like in that
on like Cornwall, I think.
Yes, exactly. On
Yeah.
Cornwall. They used to have also gelato, and they had a challenge where you had to have, it was 1 scoop of every flavor of gelato they had
Oh my
with
God.
like a certain amount of every topping they had for the gelatos.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was it was like something like, it was between 16 and 20 scoops of ice cream.
Jesus
with
Christ.
the toppings on it. And he did that, and I was like, that is really gross. But anyway, he did the 4-liter challenge.
Yeah.
And he made it to the end, but then immediately puked. Like he actually managed
He actually
to
finished it at least.
bottle,
Okay.
but then like as soon as he finished it, it was a bad scene. And that was when I was
Jesus.
playing in bands, and I remember one of the bands did a show poster of him puking the milk into a trash can. And that was the poster for their show. It just had the band names beside him.
That's really good.
Puking in a trash
I like
can,
that a
but-
lot. God.
Yeah.
And puking
I
milk
have
is like
done-
nasty too. Like, oh, it just looks
Terrible.
so bad. Oh, sorry, Rory, you were gonna say you've tried the
done-
challenge or something similar.
No, I've done one food eating like challenge at a restaurant thing.
Okay.
It was like a food truck festival in New West, and they had like a spicy sandwich eating contest. And it wasn't like eat as many sandwiches as possible. It was just eat it as fast as you can.
Okay.
And I got second. So I
Wow.
am pretty happy
Okay.
about that. But then I did forget about it later the day, and I rubbed my eyes, and it hurt so much.
Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh
It's a
man.
bad scene.
I've thought we've talked about on the stream at least, because I don't think there's any chance. I mean, I don't want to do it either, but it's an idea. Whenever we're out of ideas, we'll throw this around, and I feel like I've maybe even mentioned doing it on here for whatever reason. But the 1 chip challenge apparently is just like absolute hell. And I don't actually want to do it. Dan, have you tried it?
Yeah, I've done it before. It's pussy shit.
Okay, never mind. My understanding was that it was quite bad.
You should do what I did. I drank a bottle of Da Bomb hot sauce on stage once.
Oh my God! What? Like the whole bottle?
I still can't believe you did that.
Like a full half of.
Holy shit!
There was a show in town for a while called Hot Takes, and it was like basically hot ones, but you do a set, then you eat a spicy wing, you do a bit more, you eat a spicier wing, and then to close off my set, I did drink the rest of the bottle of Da Bomb, and it was truly one of the worst things I've ever done in my life.
Because I mean, isn't Da Bomb is like basic? It's like arsenic, basically, isn't it? Like
it like doesn't. I know it doesn't like taste good. It's like it's just pain, right? It's not like a good taste or anything.
Yeah, it tastes terrible. It's just pain. I shit myself pretty much immediately. Probably should have gone to the hospital and got my stomach pumped, but I didn't.
Oh my God!
I spent literally the whole night just vomiting and shitting for like 7 or 8 hours, and then I got up the next day. I went to the gym.
Holy shit! Oh my God!
Oh, that is brutal.
And my sweat was spicy. My sweat hurt the next day.
Like it hurt coming out. Like you could feel it like burning.
Yes. It burnt my skin as it came out.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh. What did you, when you did it, because I obviously I know that you did it and this was sort of like a legendary Vancouver comedy thing that happened. Like, were you going into the show thinking you were going to do it, or was it truly just a spur of the moment, like, fuck it, I'll drink the bottle, I don't care?
I went in planning to do it because the show I did before that, like the last Hot Takes I did, I ate the world's spiciest gummy bear, which also sucked. And I just needed a way to one-up that. So, and then they never did the show again.
I guess they couldn't after that. The audience would have been so disappointed. They would have been like, well, nobody, it was fucking stupid. I went and nobody drank a bottle of hot sauce. I hated it. I remember Sean asking me to do that show, and I think I talked about it on here, but Sean asked me to do it, and I was like, no, I won't be doing that show. Sorry. But I was like, I don't like spicy things and I don't handle spicy things well. And he's like, oh yeah, don't do the show. And I was like, don't worry, I wasn't going to.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I think like I could, I mean, I don't know. Dan has me thinking about the one chip challenge again, but every clip I've seen of it is just like total misery. Like Dan, when you say it was pussy shit, like how was it for you?
I was fine. But I've learned since then that I apparently have a pretty good tolerance for spice. So.
Okay, fair enough.
I know. I just remember Tony Hawk did it.
Yeah.
And he acted like nothing happened. And I was like, he is the coolest
He's
guy
so cool.
in the world.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we both have one nut. Maybe that has something
that
to
could
do
be
with it.
Oh, maybe it's a
that's
one
what it
nut
is.
thing. That's why I can't handle spice. I got 2 nuts and
You
they're
have 2
both
nuts.
they're pretty big.
Yeah. What was
The bigger your nuts, the less you can handle. The more nut you have, the less
Yes.
spice you can handle.
the spicy gummy bear, was it like just a regular sized gummy bear or was it slightly bigger?
It was regular sized, but it was like $25 for one of them, and it came in this big box with a bunch of warnings on it. And yeah, it wasn't terrible, like, because I only vomited once after eating it, so that's pretty good.
Oh my God.
Like, compared to the drinking of the hot sauce, that's pretty good. I got off pretty good.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I guess it could have been worse. Oh my God.
And I put it online, and I got no traction on. No one gave a shit that's what I did. So
I feel like
I had to drink the hot.
There's too many people doing those like spicy challenges online. Like it's so, you have to do something really, really crazy to get people watching, you know? And the Da Bomb thing, I think is like, that's a step in the right direction. It sounds like.
To me, and maybe I'm crazy here, step in the wrong direction. Maybe don't. Shouldn't have done that.
Oh my
That is
god.
so nuts.
I mean, I'm fine now.
Well, who knows? I mean, it's tough to know. It's tough to know. Anyway, speaking of spicy things, let's move on to our social media updates.
What a fucking good segue. Now let's move on. It's time to discuss what popped up in your feed. Who are you following? What did you see? Sports or politics, tweets and skis, hot takes on the TL or fast food freaks. It's our social media update.
Rory, we always like to start with the guest. What is going on your social media?
So, avoiding the horrors of everything happening on social media, the one thing I've been following a lot lately is there's this guy on TikTok who has been teaming up with Tony Hawk. You guys reminded me of this actually when you brought him up, to try and find this guy from this singular photo shoot in like 1960s New York.
I saw this.
And he has like
Time
the
magazine
looks
one,
so
right?
cool, right?
Series.
Yeah, he's like wearing a suit. He's on the skateboard.
Yeah,
he
'cause
looks
he
super
looks
cool.
so cool.
Yeah. I've been following that
just
as well.
this 12-part series of this guy searching so hard to find like this guy, this random person, and he has 12 parts and he does fuck all in all of them. It's insane how he's milked it so well. It's to the point where I'm impressed.
So do they end up finding him, or is it not? I mean, has he gotten to that point yet? Okay.
In his last episode, he specifically was just like, "This is the last video I'm going to make on this," and they did not find him.
Okay.
I feel like that with narrative podcasts a lot. Go ahead, Rory. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah. No, I was good. I don't know if you've ever listened to or heard of Someone Knows Something on CBC, which is one of Canada's like murder podcasts, and every season is about a specific crime, and then they never discover literally anything about it. It's like 12 episodes of them just talking about this thing, being like, somebody's got to know something, and they never once have solved a crime. And it's been going on for like 12 years.
It's kind of a good bit, because if they eventually do solve something, it's gonna like pop off. It's gonna be huge for them, you know? They're really building up towards it. Yeah. So yeah.
I think it's like I learned from doing Broomgate that like they kind of like an ambiguous ending. Like that's and not that we were ever thinking about that for Broomgate, because it does have a clear ending, but like, you know, they definitely love the idea of leaving you hanging, and I don't really get that. I don't really understand why that's a good storytelling tactic.
I think probably maybe the idea is it gets more people like talking about it and giving them like their own ideas and their own theories and stuff, but I feel like a good concrete ending does the same thing, you know? So I don't know. I'm not sure what the argument is for it, but that's what I imagine it would be, is like it's going to get people discussing it more because it's not clear what actually happened, you know? But I don't know. I'm not sure about that. You ended up watching the Sopranos, right, John? You finished? Did you finish?
Of course.
What did you think of the ending? I forget if I asked you.
You know, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a cool way to end the show. I didn't realize that you know, Tony actually was not like in the mob the whole time, and it was all just a big dream. And he was actually a guy from Oregon. Who imagined he was in the mob. I thought that was kind of a unique way of finishing the sort of story. This sort of your classic twist ending.
Did you know about the ending though, like the actual ending?
No, so I think I rewatched it so late that it just I never even knew that the show had a sort of maybe not controversial ending.
It was controversial at the time.
Okay,
for sure.
fair.
Because people thought their TVs like turned off.
Yeah, I legitimately thought like our satellite went out when that happened.
Okay. So controversial. Like, I guess I never, you know, other things you kind of hear about, you know, like over the years, like I think The Usual Suspects is like a good example where you hear about there being a twist ending in that or whatever. I don't know if the discourse kind of blew by me at the time when The Sopranos was out, or I'm not sure, but I didn't really know that it had this sort of controversial or weird ending. So when it happened, I just got to kind of enjoy it in the moment. And then I read the guy did that like 27-part blog about what it actually means. I didn't read the whole thing, but it was just like being able to go online and then see there's like all these resources about, people arguing about what might have happened or having all these theories about what might have happened or, it was definitely cool that I just watched it late enough that I didn't have to engage with that discourse at all.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I think he's dead for the record. I think he got shot.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the creator came out and said that straight
David
out.
Gandolfini had a heart attack in like 2014.
Well, yeah. That is a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that was when everybody agreed. That was
okay. The ending makes sense now. I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I keep meaning to watch, and Rory, you're a huge movie guy, so maybe you've watched this, but people told me after I watched Sopranos, or I just saw it maybe come up in some articles, that apparently James Gandolfini did a very delightful rom-com with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Okay. And everybody loves it, but I haven't seen it.
Oh, fuck. What's it called? It has a really... Oh, God. What is it? Enough Said. That's what it is. Yeah. And that was one of his last movies, I feel like.
Yeah. And is it actually that good? I just saw people saying it's amazing.
It's fantastic. It's just so he plays like a nice guy and he never got to.
Right.
He's just kind of like a single dad who falls in love with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who hasn't. And, it's just very lovely. The director of that, Nicole Hofstadter, had a movie come out last year called Can You Ever... No. You Hurt My Feelings, which is also excellent, if you guys haven't seen that.
I've heard that because friend of the show, Zach Cherry, is in that, I believe.
Yes, I think that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And is apparently very good in it. So I do, as a Zach Cherry fan, I feel like I do need to watch that.
Of course. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it is so funny that because I do keep hitting that on my Instagram, the picture of the guy on the skateboard. And I haven't clicked on it or anything. I just see it in the algorithm. And I just kind of assumed that they solved it, but it's very funny that they just haven't. Oh boy.
No, legitimately every episode is just like, we think we got the location down as to where this happened. And then the next episode is just like, we got that wrong, but now we have the exact date and time that it got shot. And then the next episode, we got that wrong. We weren't there. But
that's a really good bit.
The podcast that really pissed me off was the one about Scorpions playing in Moscow. Because it was like the idea that there's been this theory that the song Winds of Change by Scorpions is actually was like a psyop, and that like the US government told them to write it because they're like a huge band. They were a huge band in Russia, and they were like one of the only American bands that was allowed to play in Russia during the Cold War. And so then there was this idea that the song was created by the US government to promote like harmony with Russia kind of thing or whatever. And then there was also some thought that maybe Scorpions were like spies or government plans, whatever. And like the podcast was interesting. It's by Patrick Radden Keefe, who is like a very respected journalist. And it was well produced and documented and everything. But yeah, it comes to really no conclusion. It's also 8 episodes long, and it should be like 5. It's just like, it's such a classic like podcast thing where they're like, this pod's going to be huge. Let's make it as many episodes as possible. And then some of the episodes really don't advance the narrative.
There's a lot of like filler padding.
All.
Yeah.
And you're just like, fuck off, Yeah. I don't like that.
Yeah. That's why people like our episode. It's all filler, all padding, all
filler all the time.
Yeah.
All filler, no killer.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of what they say on our show. Stefan, what's going on in your social media?
Well, some bad news. I mean, this episode comes out in like a week and a half, I believe. Yep. So maybe there'll be a development by then. But inside the NBA, I believe is ending in 2025 because I think allegedly NBC is going to be getting the NBA rights, which maybe they'll bring inside the NBA over there, but I think Ernie Johnson doesn't want to go. I don't know. It's this whole thing. So people have been posting their favorite moments from it, And this one that someone posted is I had never seen it before, and there's so many good ones.
So many good ones.
This one is so fucking funny. I think number one for me is probably still Shaq talking about like going to the gas station or whatever.
Putting gas in the car. $20. You put $20, you fill it up.
Yeah, just incredible. Or the one about like going to the moon, I think, where he thinks the moon is closer or the same distance as going across the United States. Just really, really incredible stuff. But one of the funniest like shows on TV, legitimately. This one is so good. I love this.
TNT's The Alienist premieres this Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time and is one of IMDb's most anticipated new shows of 2018. It's based on the best-selling murder mystery novel by Caleb Carr, set in Kenny's hometown, New York City, 1896.
There you go. Very nice.
Wait. Time out.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Y'all giving him credit for knowing how to read? All right, won't you read it then?
Come on,
go.
dude.
No, go ahead. Go. Go Chuck.
Wait,
go ahead. Okay, you go first. Go ahead, just go.
Y'all giving this guy credit.
No, we're not. Go ahead, Chuck.
Go. Okay. And we'll see who's better.
Okay.
We'll see who's better.
Go.
TNT The Alienist premieres. TNT The Alienist premieres this Monday at 9.
This is not a word. No, this is a word. This ain't a word.
Go ahead, Chuck.
This is not a word.
Hey, man.
Not up on there.
Y'all quit screwing around. All right, go ahead. Somebody have people thinking I can't read.
There you go.
Hey,
No, you gonna have people thinking you can't read.
TNT The Alienist.
It's time for more Shaq than a fool. Just stop it.
Oh my God.
Stop,
Good job, Shaq.
stop.
I appreciate it.
What a
God. They're just like funnier. They're just so fucking funny. It's crazy. I'm gonna miss them so much. Do you guys have a favorite moment? I mean, I feel like there are so many potential ones to choose from, and the ones I mentioned earlier. But God, they're like, I mean, John, I know you're a big fan of them. I mean, obviously Charles Barkley talking about the women of San Antonio. Is so funny. That might actually be my number one.
The women of San Antonio, for me, it's always going to be the $20 of gas. That's just their incredulousness at Shaq about the gas, like that. He doesn't know what he's talking about is unreal. Rory, have you seen that one?
I've never seen any clips from this show before.
Oh, you need to treat yourself. Just look up like Inside the NBA like Supercut on YouTube. They're so fucking funny. I would look up the gas one, the moon one, the Charles Barkley Women of San Antonio Supercut. And then I mean just they're so good. They have like the greatest chemistry. And I know like the NHL on TNT is trying to recapture it, and it's just like you just can't recapture it. But they're obviously attempting to. But
hockey players aren't as charismatic as these guys?
Yeah, I know it's hard to believe. Yeah,
a bunch of white hockey guys.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean it's just like you owe it to yourself. Take an hour and just like watch a supercut of it, and it's incredible. It fucking sucks that it's probably going away because it's like. Everybody loves it. It's so crazy that they are getting rid of it because Warner Brothers is fucking stupid, but
so dumb.
What can you do?
I will say the NHL on TNT sucks, and I also hate Paul Bissonnette. But did you see the clip where Connor McDavid kind of dunks on him a little bit?
No.
It's like the only time I've ever seen Connor McDavid be funny or even have like a personality, because it was in. What was the game? I think it was game 2 where he scored the breakaway goal on Shilovs.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So Paul Bissonnette was asking him about like, did you have like a scout on Shilovs? Like, did you know that was like the move you were going to do or something? And he's kind of talking about goaltending, and he's sort of like, and then he's talking about goaltending. Then he starts asking Connor about like, oh, what was your plan going in on the breakaway? Blah, blah, blah. And then it cuts to Connor, and he's like, "What do you know about goaltending, Biz?" And then and it was just like, Connor actually cracked a joke. It was crazy. I was like, wow, okay. This is the closest they've ever got to being interesting is they made Connor McDavid willingly crack a joke.
That's an accomplishment. I'll give them that. John, your social media update, I'm very excited for.
Have you not seen it?
I have not, but it just from the description alone.
Classic. So this just showed up on my timeline here. It was tweeted out by Shannon Sharp's burner parody account. And they took it from TikTok at Mulligan Master. And look, one of my favorite Jackass bits ever is air horns on the golf course. And so this is clearly inspired by that Jackass bit. But it seems like what they do is they go to this, or maybe it's multiple golf courses, but they park their car beside a hole and then they just honk their car horn when the person's about to shoot. And it just, I mean, everything about it is perfect. The timing of the honks is perfect. The people's reactions is perfect. This is one where you'll want to go to our YouTube to watch it, but I think even just hearing it is still very funny. But yeah, just it's really, really good. This guy he just stares at the car like open mouthed for 10 seconds.
Oh my God.
And then stupidly the next guy just goes to hit.
Oh, I mean, what's going to happen. They're still in the car. They're filming.
Hey, fucker, get out of here!
Oh, the guy run. Oh my God.
So stupid. You're an idiot.
Oh.
I love like old white rich guys getting mad. This one's so funny. The guy tries to hit another shot.
Oh man.
What's your problem? What's the problem? What's the problem?
They just let the guys get close to the car and then they drive away.
It's so good. I mean, it is like probably a top 5 Jackass bit, and so seeing it done again now in 2024 is so nice to see, and it's as funny as ever. Like I could watch that forever, I think.
For hours, just watch them interrupting golf swings, and they steal the Jackass thing too, where the next time you do a shorter horn blast somehow makes it funnier when you do like a wrong one on the first one, and then the next one's just like a
really, really.
I don't know why that's funnier, but it absolutely is funnier.
What it is missing, of course, is the Johnny Knoxville interactions with the guys where he's like, "Oh, I need to do this because I have bursitis," but still very, very good. And yeah, that's
I just also
really
love
funny.
the idea of doing it in a car where, the guys get so mad and then you can just simply drive away.
Just drive away, yeah. Because in the Jackass, they were hiding in the bushes. So.
Yeah.
And getting golf balls shot at them.
At them, yes.
Yeah.
Really good. Really good stuff. Anyway, speaking of good stuff, let's move on to our block tale.
What did you tweet? You brought receipts, Blocktail, woo! No longer can see the post, it's a Blocktail, woo! You probably deserved it, it's a Blocktail.
All right, Rory, the floor is yours.
So, have you guys ever done like getting banned from a subreddit? Does that count as being a blocked?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
You bet.
Okay. Well, I recently got banned from the celebrity gossip subreddit, Fauxmoi.
Okay.
Go on.
Because so somebody made a post about there was a celebrity, I don't know who it was, like it was a celebrity I've never heard of before, posting about how someone should assassinate Donald Trump.
Okay.
And they like posted on like their Instagram, and somebody screenshot shared on the sub, and then somebody commented underneath it being like, "Oh, do you guys honestly think like Joe Biden is that much better?" And then I replied being like, "You're right. We need somebody to do a twofer." And then I got banned from the subreddit.
Yeah, I mean that'll do it, I guess. Yeah, it's so funny to get banned from the celebrity like blind item gossip subreddit for like threats. Like that's a good. Yeah, because I was sort of expecting
Was threatening to hire someone to assassinate the both people running for president of the United States.
Yeah, I was expecting something more celebrity related, but it is. Yeah, you went a kind of a different direction. Were you banned like basically like immediately?
No, it was like 8 hours later, and like I got the message being like, "Oh, you're banned." I replied, "Be like, it was a joke?" ? And they're like, "We still can't have that." I'm like, that's fair. That's a fair.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I feel like
That is really good. It was just on r/celebrity gossip
or Fauxmoi, I think is the the celebrity gossip,
which is like a parody of Dumois, which is a celebrity gossip sharing thing on Instagram. But yeah, I to be honest, it's a good thing that I'm not having to spend time on that subreddit.
It's probably healthy for you, for sure. I'm just trying to see if I can find the original post. I think that would be really good. Let's see here. Fauxmoi assassinate. Oh, yes. It was Ethel Kane. It was Ethel Kane, right?
Oh, because she was talking about Joe Biden, I think, originally. Yeah, but
was
either
that
way.
the original one, or was it something different, Rory?
Yeah, that must have been it, because I remember that name. I don't know. Who is Ethel Kane? I have no idea.
She's a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that post. And
this was from like a week ago.
Yeah.
Is that when it happened?
Yes, 100%.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, that's the one then.
That's really good. Yeah, because Ethel Kane, on Biden's decision to send $1 billion to the Israeli military, we need to bring back assassinations. And then in the next story, tagged Joe Biden and wrote, "@Joe Biden, bitch."
He's so cool.
Wow, that's a power move. Oh my god.
Yeah, really good. And then, there's a lot of really funny replies. I completely understand and agree with her anger, but this is just going to get her a visit from the feds. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, and presumably it did.
She is 100% going to get a knock on the door very soon. I hope she doesn't double down when they talk to her. And then someone replied, "I got a visit from the Secret Service for posting something someone else said that was a lot more tame than this. LOL." It's like, what?
All right, Dan. Well, you can be pretty liberal with the bleeping in this segment then, in that case.
Oh, am I supposed to censor shit?
No, it's
you're fine.
It's more work. I'm not. You're gonna have to pay me more to do that.
No, we're not gonna be doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you're
It's
good.
kind of like, do you guys remember that Whitest Kids You Know sketch where he's like, "Did you know it's illegal to say I want to assassinate the president of the United States of America?"
Yes.
It's fine there because I was just telling you.
Yeah, that
that's one of my
that
favorite
sketch is
sketches they
incredible. It's so funny. Yeah, that one's really good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Lots of good comments on
But that being said, I do want to assassinate the president of the United States of America, and that is officially endorsed by Block Party Incorporated, Stephen Nick, and John Cullen.
Okay, well,
that's right.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Dan, you may have to bleep that part. Bleep John's name at least. You can,
I'm trying to have a real career here, guys. That is good though. That is good. I don't think I've never been banned from a Reddit, but I also never really post on Reddit.
Yeah, I don't post on there either. I know our friend JF has been banned from r/stand-up shots on multiple occasions.
Oh, yes. Okay. And then does he create new accounts to put his new stand-up shots on there?
He did. And then I think he got bored of it, I think. But
I'm really mad that now when I type in reddit.com/r, the first thing that comes up is petite tits.
Oh, because of the
classic. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You weren't looking that up on incognito?
Yeah, come on.
It was because we were doing. That's how you can tell that we were doing it during an episode. I just didn't think to put it on incog mode.
Because you didn't have your cock in your hand?
That's a reflex to me. Is incognito mode.
Relax.
I would have put it in incognito mode for sure.
That's a little bit much. But yeah, that was a good.
I've never used incognito mode. I'm not a coward. So
wow. I respect it. I do respect that.
That is you just freebase the internet. I respect that. That is wow. Petite Tits there's got some good stuff on here.
Jesus Christ. I'll have to check it out.
I just the one of the most recent posts is I'm almost 30 and I still got 0 boobs. So I mean, congratulations.
Yeah, there you go.
That's cool stuff.
Yeah.
For context, Rory, someone had someone had been on here and they got banned for posting the boobs were too big. They posted on Petite Tits.
Yeah.
And they got banned, but I can't remember what. We've got a great listener block this week. This one is from Ian, and this one goes back to the Miles Anderson episode where we were talking about online gaming. And Ian says, the block tale, by the way, is my mom versus Quake 3.
Okay.
Hey, John, Stefan, and Dan, here's my submission for a block tale. I thought of this because of your discussion of video games, specifically Quake with Miles Anderson. When I was maybe 15, my dad was a huge Quake 3 fan. Quake 3 was an early competitive online-only shooter, so he couldn't pause while he played. To simplify the story, my dad would ignore anything we said to him while he played. So I took advantage of this to get, quote, permission for things I knew my parents wouldn't typically agree
Smart
to.
move. Yeah.
My dad would just say, yeah, sure, to get me to go away. My mom was not a fan of this, though, and after she tested him by saying things like, the house is on fire and I need to go to the hospital, she gave him an ultimatum to either give up Quake 3 or get divorced. He has never played it or any online games since.
Wow. Probably made the right decision, I think. But,
that's good stuff.
That is.
I don't think I've ever been
I've never played Quake 3, so
yeah,
could be amazing.
It could be. It must be, because I don't
It's
think
the
I've
greatest
ever
game of
been
all time.
so sucked into a video game where I don't know what is happening around me.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have it where like I'm in like a Rocket League overtime or something, and it's like, okay, well, this is like my focus right now. But I feel like with Quake, I mean, no pausing. Probably like harder to find games back then too. So maybe that was part of it. But
right.
And the novelty, I guess, of playing like real people in online games too. But yeah, that's a very good.
I have been sucked in on like those try not to come too quickly games. Those usually.
I get very distracted. Yeah.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to send in a listener block, you can do so by sending us an email at blocked@blockedparty.com, or you can't fill out the form on our website. I think it's still broken.
Yep.
Anyway, was that a yes, Dan?
Yeah. Did you not hear me, bitch?
No, I didn't hear you because you have a cigarette in your mouth while you're trying to talk to me. So no,
he looks cool though. He looks really cool. He does look cool.
He does look cool for sure. But yes, okay. Send us an email, blocked@blockedparty.com. You can also donate to the show at patreon.com/blockparty. $5 a month gets you access to 3 bonus episodes every single month. We had a great last month. We did a Cullen the Herd where we talked about My Stupid Block with Randy Newmeyer. Danielle Florence joined us for a mailbag episode. We got lots more coming your way very soon. So yeah, you can check it out. We also have ad-free episodes, merch discounts, exclusive access to our Discord. And the second you sign up, you get access to our entire back catalog, which is over 150 episodes. So don't miss out on that. Patreon.com/blockparty. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok @blockpartypod. You can follow us on Blue Sky @blockparty. And if you want to see the video of this episode, it's available on our YouTube, youtube.com/@blockedparty. And of course, if you like the show, please tell a friend. Rory, we are here at the end of the show, which means it's time for the top 3.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Uno, 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 uno.
Mustard.
3.
Socks. 2. Girlfriends.
Uno, 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 uno.
Rory, what do you have for us?
So last time I was on the show, we did our top 3 favorite one-hit wonders. So I thought for a little bit of symmetry, we could do our top 3 most hated one-hit wonders.
Oh,
okay.
That is very good. Very good. Okay, I'm going to need to look up a list of one-hit wonders here so that I don't fuck this shit up. But damn, that's good. That's really good. Okay, let's see here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, Rory, you can start us off here with your number 3, please.
So my number 3, I'll go with a classic, the Macarena. I hate it. Like, it's just repetitive. It's just dull, and it's one of those songs that I always hate. If I were to get married, I would tell the DJ, "You are not allowed to play this fucking song." I know it's supposed to get people on the dance floor, but I hate it so much.
That makes perfect sense. It would have been probably close to being on my list as well, I think. Really, but the dance is kind of fun though. Like, it sucks, but it's fun.
A little bit, yeah.
I think so.
Oh boy, my number 3. I'm looking through a big list as well, and this one did pop out at me. But "Unbelievable" by EMF.
Oh, what?
That song pisses me off.
Are you fucking kidding? That song rocks.
That song annoys me. I think it's because we, you know what it is? It's a personal thing. It's because for a long time on the stream we had a subscriber alert, and it was like
Crumbelievable.
It was your Crumbelievable, and it was like some sort of like cheese or snack ad that licensed the song but changed it to your Crumbelievable.
Right.
So I think it's more that I hate your Crumbelievable, and that hate sort of bleeds into that song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can give you that. Give you that. Okay, I'm gonna go with my number 3. I'm gonna go with "I'm Too Sexy" by Right Said Fred.
Yeah.
If I need to hear that needle drop in one more shitty ass movie, it's just and it's so annoying. It's not a good song. I cannot abide "I'm Too Sexy." No good.
That's
no
a
good.
Really bad song. Great choice.
Yeah. Rory, your number 2.
It has the nostalgia factor of doing dumb things when you're like 13, though, for me.
Okay.
But,
and that's fair. Like, that's the thing with music, right? A lot of people will say, well, this song is tied to a moment in my life. Even if I know it's a bad song, I still am into it. So I get you for sure.
My number 2, I'm going to go with "What's Up" by 4 Non-Blondes.
Oh, man, you're stealing some of my choices. That song reeks. That song fucking stinks to high heaven.
And like I can't remember the name of the lead singer of the song, Linda Perry, I think. She's talented. She is good at what she does. And then the worst song that she's ever written becomes the only song she's known for, and I hate it so much.
Yeah, I mean that song is just it stinks all the way. There's like no part of that song where you're like, yeah, baby. get that in my ears. I love that shit. No, just yeah, absolutely horrible. Great choice. Stefan, your
my number 2, you know what? This one popped out at me reading the list here. "Cotton Eye Joe" by Rednecks.
Yeah. With a long time ago.
Oh.
Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Just
Where did you
brutal.
come from? Cotton Eye Joe?
And I feel like right around, it was like 1994, I think. But just around like where like, you know, Swedish, like Scandinavian, like techno and stuff was, it sucks, man. It's so bad. So I'm going to go with "Cotton Eye Joe" for my number 2.
That's me doing the beat. I'm in on it. I mean, I don't like it, but I honestly can't say that I like hate it. I think I liked it enough as a kid, like at hockey games and stuff.
Yeah, it was very much a hockey game song.
Where you're like, ooh, let's go. Okay, I am looking at a very long list here. I feel like the problem is I'm such a sucker for a lot of one-hit wonders. Like, I know. I feel like a lot of one-hit wonders I just have very good memories of, where I'm like, oh yeah, I was like 10 when that came out, and that was fun. Because I was gonna say "What's Up" by 4 Non-Blondes, but I wanna do something different. So okay, I'll do this, and it's not a bad song, but I'll do "Runaway Train" by Soul Asylum. Fine song. But the video for that song, I don't know if you remember the video, but it was about missing children. It was like an ad for missing children, and they would show like all these kids who were missing, and then it was also like intercut with like scenes of kids being kidnapped and like thrown in the back of vans and stuff. And I know that video was actually good. Like apparently it actually helped some kids be found. Some of them were like runaways that returned home after they saw the video. So all of that I get, and I don't think it's a bad song. But when I first saw the video, I was a young, impressionable kid, and that video scared the shit out of me. And I thought I was going to get kidnapped. And I couldn't listen to the song. If it came on the radio, I made my parents change the radio station. And it just, so for life, it's had this like horrible association for me with the video that scared the shit out of me. So I'll go with that. I'll go with Runaway Train, Soul Asylum.
Good choice.
Rory, you're number one.
Makes sense. My number one, this is a bad song by a bad band and presumably bad people. I'm going to go with Butterfly by Crazy Town.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was going to show up here. Yeah,
definitely bad people. Yeah. It is crazy that of the whole... Sorry, go ahead, Rory.
No, I'm trying to remember the name of the rapper. It's like Shock.
Shifty Shell Shock.
Shifty Shell Shock. Yeah.
Shifty Shell Shock. Yes. No, there's no way those are good people.
No. And absolutely not.
It's a song that makes me think of like, I guarantee my sisters made out to one of those songs, and that's what I think of. Like, it's a song that like gross dudes hit on your sisters too.
Yeah.
It is so funny to me that of the entire like nu metal era, that's the only like nu metal or nu metal adjacent song that made it to number one on the Billboard Hot 100. It is insanely funny. And Brian and I had to listen to that entire album for the POD cast, and it is so astonishingly bad. The album is called The Gift of Game. And it is so bad, it's crazy. Like, you can't even imagine how bad it is. So yeah,
that's why they're called Crazy Town, John.
True.
Yep.
Great choice. Great choice, Rory. Stefan, your number one.
I'm gonna go with Joan Osborne, One of Us.
Oh, come on. That's an awesome song.
That song sucks. What if God was one? Come on, that song fucking sucks.
That song rules.
That song stinks. That's a bad song.
You stink.
Come on. Bad song.
I'm gonna
John.
break the tie and say that song sucks. That
yes,
song's terrible.
Yes, thank you, Rory. Yes.
Yeah.
Boo. You guys just aren't fun.
Come on. I mean? That song's not fun. It's about God
fun.
being on a bus. That's like the least fun thing ever. It sucks.
But Stefan, though, you have to think to yourself, what if God was on the bus?
Well, that would be pretty fucking crazy if that was the case.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I actually, the song's good now. I like the song. Yeah.
You fully changed your mind.
I've changed my mind. Yeah, you got me. God, sorry, that song sucks. John, what is your number one?
God, I'm looking at this one-hit wonder list, and I'm like, I love all these songs. I'm such a sucker for a one-hit wonder. It's crazy. But I am gonna go with oh man. I mean, there's a lot of great songs. This one-hit wonder list is very odd. Like, it's got Yellow Card's Ocean Avenue. Like, that Yellow Card wasn't trying to make a hit crossover song with that. Anyway, I am going to go with and I just like, I hated this song at the time. I hate it now. I hated it at the time because I was a teetotaling young man, but I'm going with Afro Man's Because I Got High.
Oh, come on. Come on.
What the fuck, John?
That song sucks, dude.
Don't even like it now that you smoke weed?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm just like, I will say I am very biased against like songs that are just like, but smoking weed is really cool.
I remember when that song came out, my parents saw me watching the video for it on Much Music and got so mad they wrote a letter to the CRTC because they were smoking a huge blunt in it.
Oh my God.
Wow. And I guess it didn't work. I guess it didn't work, Dan.
No,
it had the opposite effect. I mean, they were fucking smoking weed then too. I don't know what their problem was.
That's funny. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some really bad, even like more late era. Maybe I should have gone with some like 2010s era.
Oh, like what does the fox say or some shit like that? One of those.
I mean, that
novelty
song's
songs.
kind of sick though.
Oh my god. Okay, we gotta stop talking about novelty songs now. I think.
Okay. But to me, it just doesn't count because it's it's like not even a song really.
But it was a one-hit wonder. I feel like.
Yeah. It was for sure. But it's just like that doesn't even count to me. But man, some of these late. Oh, Nico and Vins. I should have said that because I got fucked at the 1989 tour because I went to the Taylor Swift's 1989 tour. And if you remember, that was like famous where she would bring out guests every night.
Oh, and they were
and
the
like
guests?
Some of the guests were, like some tour dates, it was like indie darlings like Haim or Lord. And then other shows would be like, I think maybe Bruce Springsteen was one, or I don't remember, but it was that. And then she's like, oh, this song, I love this song. These guys are so good. It's give it up for my friends, Nico and Vins. And I'm like, who? Pardon? It was the like, Am I Wrong was the song. If you guys, it was like, and then
I have no idea what that is.
And then am I wrong? Anyway.
John, I have to say, I'm going to piss my pants here. I have to piss so bad right now, so I can't have you talking about any more novelty songs.
Stefan, grow up, okay?
I'm going to fucking piss myself.
You know what?
You have to poo, John. Hurry it up.
You know what? Actually, what kind of like, it wasn't really a one-hit wonder, but what song I did love was Waterfalls by TLC. That was a really good... That was a really good song. And I mean, I think if you're thinking of like one-hit wonders, like Barbie Girl by Aqua, I think,
they had another pretty popular single, didn't they?
Rules.
Yeah, it rules so hard. Yeah. Okay, well, Stefan is gone. Rory, thank you so much for being here. Before we go, anything you would like to plug?
So I run quarterly a few shows in Vancouver if you're in town. My show that is going to be next after when this podcast comes out is called Your Music Video Sucks. Is where a panel of comedians make fun of music videos live. That's going to be at Lil Mountain Gallery on June 29th at 9 p.m. But you can also just follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. The True Rory is where you can find me on everything.
Amazing. I wish I was still in Vancouver. I would have loved to be on the music video panel show. But go and check it out. Rory, very funny comedian. The True Rory. You can check us out. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Block Party Pod. The video of this episode is on YouTube at Block Party. And if you want to donate to the show, it's patreon.com/Block Party. And we'll see you back here next week. Goodbye.